Welcome to Prep to the Point. Most repeated 100 one-liner computer questions which are useful for quick revision for all types of computer exam. So come to the first questions. What is the brain of the computer? The answer is CPU, yani Central Processing Unit. Next, what type of software is an operating system? It's system software. Shortcut key to refresh a web page. F5. Who is known as the father of the computers? Charles Babbage. What is the full form of ROM? Read only memory. What is the full form of URL? Uniform Resource Locator. What is the permanent memory built into your computer? ROM. Which device is used to carry data from one computer to another? Pen drive. What does HTTP stands for? Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Which of the following is an output device? Printer. The part of the computer that does calculations and logic operations is ALU, Arithmetic and Logical Unit. Which one is not an input device? That means that will be output device. Monitor. Full form of CPU, Central Processing Unit. What is the function of an operating system? Manages hardware and software. Which memory is called volatile? RAM, Random Access Memory. What is the smallest unit of data in a computer? That is bit. What is the full form of HTML? Hypertext Markup Language. Which key is used to delete a character to the right of the cursor? Right of the cursor. That is delete. But which is the key to delete a character left of the cursor? That will be backspace. Backspace. What is the software? A set of programs. Which of the following is not a programming language? HTML. HTML is not a programming language, but HTML is used to make web page. Which part of the computer stores data permanently? Hard disk. Which key is used to enter data into computer? Enter. Full form of LAN, Local Area Network. What is a modem used for? Converting digital signals to analog and vice versa. Which device is used for gaming input? Joystick. Joystick is same as mouse. Full form of GUI, Graphical User Interface. What is phishing? Fraudulent attempt to acquire sensitive information. What does a compiler do? Translates a program into machine code. Which device displays the output? Monitor. Full form of USB, Universal Serial Bus. Which part of the CPU controls the operations? Control unit, that is CU. What is an example of application software? MS Word. What is used for browsing the internet? Web browser. Which computer language used 0 and 1? Binary language. What is hacking? Unauthorized access to a computer. Where is BIOS stored? ROM, read only memory. Example of a spreadsheet program, MS Excel. Which key is used to cancel a command? ESC, yani escape. Which generation of computer used IC? Third generation. Full form of IC is integrated circuit. Shortcut for copy, Control C. Shortcut for paste, Control V. Shortcut for cut, Control X. Shortcut to select all. Control plus A. Shortcut to save a file. Control plus S. What is cloud computing? Delivery of services over the internet. Full form of ISP, Internet Service Provider. What is the extension of MS Word file? .doc or .docx. What does PDF stands for? Portable Document Format. What is the default file extension of MS Excel? .xls or .xlsx. What is the malware? Malicious software. What is a firewall? Security system for network. What is the default storage location for files in Windows? C drive. What does www stands for? World Wide Web. What is multitasking in computers? Running multiple tasks simultaneously. Shortcut to undo an action. Control plus Z. Shortcut to redo any action. Control plus Y. What is an IP address? Address of a device on the internet. What is the basic function of an operating system? Resource management. What is used to store programs and data permanently? Hard disk. Which input device is used to scan documents? Scanner. Which device is both input and output? Touchscreen. Which component connects CPU and memory? Motherboard. Full form of URL, Uniform Resource Locator. What is a cursor? Blinking symbol on the screen. Which device is used to project visuals? Projector. Shortcut to find in a document. Control plus F. What is spam? Unwanted email. What is a cache memory? High speed memory between RAM and CPU. What is a byte? 8 bits. What is a bug in software? An error in the software. Who invented the World Wide Web? Tim Berners-Lee. What is an algorithm? Step-by-step solution to a problem. What is the full form of DOS? Disk Operating System. What is OCR used for? Converting scanned images to text. Full form of SMTP. Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. What is Bluetooth used for? Short range wireless communication. Which storage is not erasable? ROM, read only memory, which is factory setting enabled. Example of output from software. Printed page. Full form of IP. Internet Protocol. What is the name of the first mechanical computer? Analytical engine. What is a cookie? Data stored by a website in a browser. Full form of VGA. Video graphics array. Which software is used to create presentation? MS PowerPoint. Shortcut to print a document. Control plus P. What is the brain of the computer system? CPU. What is DSL used for? Internet connection. What is defragmentation? Reorganization data on a disk. What is the full form of XML? Extensible Markup Language. Which computer generation used transistors? Second generation. What is open source software? Freely available with source code. What is the function of Control plus B? Bold text. Which key deletes selected item permanently? Shift plus delete. What is Linux? An open source operating system. What is an icon? Small picture representing a file or program. Which command is used to close a tab in a browser? Ctrl+W. What is a search engine? Tool to search information on internet. What is BIOS? Full form. Basic input-output system. What is a virtual memory? Memory on hard drive used as RAM. What is URL? Address of a web page. What is an email? Electronic mail. So friends, thanks for watching. Have a good day.